Hello friends, this is Deepak Bhora with another video on corruption in India. Corruption in one form or another is a worldwide phenomenon, but everyone admits corruption is something ugly, immoral, and detestable. Unfortunately, in our country, corruption has become a part of life. It has entered the very roots of Indian society. Corruption, nepotism, and dishonesty have tarnished every fabric of our social life. Our ministers are corrupt, our officers are corrupt, our people are corrupt. Every politician, without exception, is corrupt. Even our anti-corruption departments fall easy prey to the wiles of the corrupt persons and let them go scot-free after minor punishments. The law of the land is too weak to deal with the corrupt elements with an iron hand. The vested interests rule the roost. Everybody feels helpless in such a state of affairs. Some people have been started talking of the nationalization of corruption in the country. They argue we should frankly admit that we are a corrupt nation and that we can't do without it. It is a matter of shame and regret for all those who don't care to hear the call of their conscience. Corruption is prevailing at all levels economic, social, and social, administrative, moral, and spiritual. Strangholds of corruption are the departments like the PWD, railways, railways departments dealing with exports, imports, quota permits, and licenses. Documents and office files don't move unless we grease the palm of the concerned officials. One cannot get the official copy of a court judgment from the copying agency in a court unless one pays a little money also to the agency typist in addition to the official court fees. One can one can get one seat in a train booked easily if one is prepared to pay an extra tip to the booking clerk. An honest man's application is subjected to delay by red tapeism. Corruption in administrative offices has reached the saturation point. People are beginning to take corruption for granted. The root cause of corruption is red tape or delay. Persons found guilty of delay should be punished severely. Exemplary punishments should be given to the corrupt officials. National character should be improved. Smugglers, black marketers, and hoarders should be severely dealt with. The social and spiritual organization can give a good and healthy education to the public. Strong boards like the UPSC should be organized to deal with anti-social elements. Persons of strong character should be employed. The government employees must be told to withstand any temptation while discharging their duties. Such officials as lay down noble standards of honesty and efficiency should be encouraged and honored at public functions. Dishonest public servants should not only be dismissed but should also be put behind the bars. All ministers and public servants should be made to declare their assets. Their vigilance department should keep a constant eye on the corrupt officials and other public servants. Ministers and senior officials must set novel examples of an honest living free from corruption, bribery, nepotism, and immorality. The law of the land should be provided with more teeth to deal with the corrupt elements. Corruption at any level is bad. The government should launch a vigorous campaign against this social evil. Charity, however, must begin at home. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.